Okay, quick question. How do you get rid of the...
Oh, he's taking it off. Well, good evening. I'm not going to be a proper host. I probably should have said this before we went on live. This is a Thursday evening hangout. If you want to join, get on Skype and I'll send you the link. In fact, the link's already there. So if we'll just go through the people at the bottom and introduce yourself. So first, left to right, is Kat.
Hi guys, Wolf Rider. Good evening.
Next, we have Key.
Hello everybody, Motovlogger here.
And that's him. We have Peds.
Hi. How did you delete it? There you go, I figured it out. Sorry, hi, hello everyone.
And after that we have Mr. Calm Biker.
Hello.
Okay, right, so some nice regulars, and Peds, you've not been around for a while. You've been up to anything much, or?
No, not really. I just work hasn't allowed me to join for a couple of months nearly now. But other than that, no.
No! Just laughing at your strap line, that's all.
Huh? What the heck? How did he do that?
Never accept anything from Car Biker. Just ignore it or say decline.
Decline, decline. Very good. Thanks.
Oh,
Well, has anybody got anything news-wise or anything like that we want to talk about?
Well, just your ride at the weekend, Gav. Just Epcar Harley with his accident. I think we all wish him well, don't we? And a speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he's going to have physio when the swelling and the pain goes down. So.
Yeah, I think it's good to bring that up first, actually.
How will you know when the swelling's gone down?
And he was more devastated that we didn't save him any chips than anything else.
Yeah.
I didn't honestly realise it was Ian because
No.
I didn't think he was coming, and that's why I didn't really put two and two together. When someone said it was Ian, I thought maybe somebody else. And then when I saw his bike being wheeled into the car park, I thought, bloody hell, that's his bandit.
Yeah. That's strange because he rides a Hornet. Anyway.
Sorry, a Hornet, yeah.
Yeah, just before we go any further, he did comment on my video just saying, just obviously don't want any personal details mentioning, obviously, through the video and stuff, but I didn't even mention it in my video. But yeah, I mean, did anybody else see that guy come and tell us that there'd been an accident in the car park?
Yeah, I did remember someone coming up to the car park and saying there's a bike's been hit in the car park.
Yeah, there was like an old guy in like a, I don't know, like a boiler suit type thing, and he just said something had gone down.
Yeah.
And obviously we walked, and I can't remember that guy's name. Who's the guy on the AMT-07? I never did get his name.
I keep thinking his name's Chris, but it might not be. So.
Yeah, he was in like a black and white one-piece suit. Yeah, he was there, and then I saw the bike, and I was like, oh god, it's him. Do you know what I mean? Kind of panicked a bit, and yeah.
I missed slightly. What actually happened to Ian?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can get on the Q&A and give us the actual rundown on what happened. But he was exiting a roundabout. I mean, I don't know how long. What, 100 yards from where we were all waiting?
Yeah.
And I think it was just, I don't know what happened, but he got collected, knocked off, and really done a number on his bike as well.
I know.
And all three emergency services were called out to it, weren't they?
I think that was just him being demanding, I think. I don't want a fire engine.
Yeah.
And a couple of cop cars.
Coast Guard. I want Coast Guard.
Bless him.
just before that fella told us, I noticed that there was a few of the bikers went past. I thought initially it was part of that little group that went past on the main road.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were with us at first, but then they went past. And then of course that bloke came up and said the bikers in October at the island, and thought it was maybe part of that group. It never dawned on me. You think it was one of our group.
Yeah. So, Hepcar Holly, if you are watching, just get in the Q&A and just say if we're saying too much, because obviously there's going to be like a bit of a investigation type thing and stuff. So if we're saying too much, just let me know and we'll leave it there. Like, but yeah, not too good really.
But if he is watching, his chips are lovely. I had them.
They were delicious, weren't they?
Well, we might make a special delivery for him.
Yeah.
It was a good ride out there. The incident before, but in terms of the routes, I really enjoyed it, and the chips are fantastic. So,
yeah. It spooked me so much. I mean, like when I got everyone together and just said, you're still okay with going.
Yeah.
In the second roundabout we came to, we'd have kept going for a long way. I think it was going to be about an hour and a half from start to finish, but because it threw me off so much, I was just like, you know what, we'll just stick to familiar parts.
Long enough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility, to be honest. I mean, when you organise any ride, you hope to God there isn't an incident, but even when you're leading a rider, you're constantly thinking about everybody else behind you. Have they all exited the island? Are we all still together? I mean,
Wish to hurry up.
Yeah, wish to hurry up. Yeah, I mentioned it the week when you did that ride out that it's quite stressful sometimes. You don't always enjoy the ride yourself because you're not really you're kind of focused on everybody else. Really, it's a different experience when you organise a ride as opposed to being on a ride.
Definitely.
I enjoyed it because I didn't I could just be part of the ride and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. It went a lot faster than what it would normally seem.
Yeah.
That route, because I do that route a lot. Yeah, and obviously going back through the footage, I probably spoke half as much as I normally would on somebody else's ride.
Yeah. I like your camera angle from the back of your helmet.
Yeah, good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just because obviously I'm going to be at the front. I don't just want an empty road.
No.
So I thought,
good bit of forward thinking that was. Very good.
Or rearward thinking.
So the camera I put on top of the other helmet, it was tilted too far up, so I've got mainly sky. So I don't think I'm going to do much of that footage. I couldn't work out whether I put it on wrong or she was just tilted ahead all the time.
I took a guy from work out for a ride the other day, day before yesterday. He's not been on a bike in about 25 years. He's never ridden one himself. And I thought, just for a laugh, I'll stick a mount on top of my 2 spare helmets. So I stuck one and I put the old drift on it. I thought this would be good. I'll be able to see what he's looking at. Could make for a good bit of footage. Well, on the Z1000, and I kind of opened it up a bit at the start, and basically the entire ride, all you can see is the back of my helmet because he's holding on to me like we're lovers, So not the best footage ever.
No.
No, Mr. B.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Are you in a paramilitary get-up tonight?
Yeah.
Bulletproof vest or something, is it?
Well, China's over, isn't it? So I've got my Chinese uniform on.
You're worried about that nuclear power station?
Well, it's not that close, so I think I'll be alright, but...
If it's as good as the Chinese bikes they make, we've got major problems, haven't we?
It's not going to be leak-proof, is it? Let's face it.
Well, lasts for a year and then you dispose of it.
Yeah.
Just bury it. Yeah.
Be cautious if it's got a 2-year warranty.
Everybody be blowing that ready back in a few years' time at your neck of the woods, won't they?
Yeah.
You've got a bit of Q&A, Gav, if you want to...
Oh yes we have. Yeah, Hepcat Holly's just put in. He says, "Oh, you're all there. Ouch, ouch. Good, ouch. Evening, ouch."
Oh, stop being a baby.
Milking it now.
I couldn't have said it any better, Cap. No minute, come on, out here.
Come on, man up. What's the matter with you? Come on.
And Larry Davis says, "Hello, all." And
Hello, Larry.
Hi.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Should we just for Headcap, just for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Poor bugger. He got clipped.
He fell off his bike.
Yeah. There you go.
He ran into a Volvo, apparently.
Did he?
He reversed into it.
Yeah.
I didn't realise this bike had a reverse gear.
Oh, yeah. That's 7th. Yeah.
I hope he's all right. He's okay? He's not broken anything or anything?
No, torn ligaments in his shoulder, I think. So.
Oh, right. Well, you get well anyway, mate, soon. Get over it, walk it off.
I think the car driver was kind of wishing he'd hit a smarter fellow because he'd got to stay with his car.
Wow. Now, had that have been a Chinese car he'd hit, he'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
I was to try and Volvo.
You would have just cut straight through it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, let's show this now. Just come back and he says, I think he means the ambulance driver said he was giving me some man up pills.
What was that? Paracetamol?
Smarties.
probably a placebo, actually.
Yeah, they were Smarties.
Yeah. Sugar pills. There you go.
Oh, dear.
I think he asked the driver whether he could stop off at the chip shop on the way to the
Oh, that'd been good. We could have had a blue light escort, couldn't we?
Yeah. I want my fish.
I want helicopter. You're only a mile away from the hospital. I still want a helicopter.
But it's
You know,
not
I
even
was
a
thinking that.
graze. I've torn a ligament. I need a helicopter. Don't move my neck, just in case.
Oh, what was that? What did Larry Davis say, Gav?
Oh, just look at this. It could be worse. He could have the 3-wheel bike. Does he mean? Do you mean the MP3 there?
I think so.
I tell you what, if that involved having to brake at any point, it wouldn't have turned out very well.
Oh, dear.
By the way, Mr. B, that was hilarious. It made me laugh so much.
Yeah, it might have been hilarious to watch. It was not nice to ride at all. And
You know what? Before you did that video, I was actually thinking about taking one out for a test ride. Just
Do
for
it.
shit and giggles. No way.
Take one out.
I've sat on one in the showroom and they wobble when they're standing still. So I don't know what that's all about. Oh, God.
But no, take one out just for a laugh. Just for a laugh. Record it.
Yeah, laugh for us, not for the one who's riding.
I was gonna say.
Don't take that. No, it's actually a good ride. It's quite stable. It's surprising.
Does it have cruise control?
No, I don't think so. But maybe I didn't see that. But there was a lot of buttons and stops on a dime. Acceleration is mental. Trying to keep the front wheels down. Yeah, definitely try it, mate. Go and take one out.
I will.
Yeah, do it.
I think everyone on the panel should.
Yeah, and I think you should definitely record it too.
Yeah.
I want to try and organise a multi-test ride.
Is that a race?
Yeah, so we can try and get some
day.
Bluetooth between everybody who's doing it.
Play some Italian job music in the background, all of that.
Track day. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Different coloured one.
A wacky race.
Just has the car park, isn't it? Track day.
Actually, you could probably get away with riding one of those round Tesco's, like a mobility scooter.
Well, shopping in one.
Yeah, just put a shopping basket on the front. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know, would they?
I thought you meant driving to Tesco's, not inside it.
No, inside. They wouldn't know. They've got the revolving doors. We could all go through.
Did make you take your helmet off though? That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine because you can ride those without a crash helmet.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's technically not on a public highway, so you'd be fine anyway. You wouldn't get stopped by the
Plus
uphill.
these are, aren't they?
About the only pluses with that thing.
You wouldn't get stopped by anything because the brakes are shocking. I mean, they're great. Yeah.
Yeah. Holly's just got back again. Says he's got the bike back. It's been written off.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Because the crash bung bent into the engine block and pierced the engine. Now I saw this and I was going to wait till he said. But yeah, he had the big, nylon, whatever they are.
Oh, those massive.
Because I thought the actual crankcase had gone.
Well, surely, not that I'm a claim person, but if that's happened, then he needs to claim from that crash bung company for the whole entire cost of the bike for that then, because they're designed not to do that.
Yeah.
I think without that they could have saved the bike, because I think the rest of it was quite cosmetic. I know it was heavily scored and scraped, but it was just that engine. It's basically the engine shot, isn't it?
I've never heard of a crash bung going through an engine before. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was through the very bottom of the cylinder.
Jesus.
And from what I can gather, it was the bolt. The frame wasn't twisted. I mean, you might tell me if I'm wrong, but it just looked like the bolt had twisted and caused that.
I'd be going straight back to the company, mate. If I'd go back to the company and say, look, mate, I'll put your crash bungs on to save my bike, and they've actually made it a write-off. So thanks very much. I'll have that money. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd be more concerned about the accident recovery company. I mean, he's only just had it back tonight. What did they walk back with it?
The insurance companies need to look at them, though, don't they? So,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, because when I've done a quote with the crash bungs on, it's been more expensive. So I wonder if they know that's what happens.
Really, mine was a lot cheaper. Mine, it took 200 quid a year off if I added crash bungs.
200 quid?
Yeah, I'm in London, remember?
Yeah. What's your insurance?
690. Fully
What
comp.
bike's that?
CB1000R.
Wow.
Yep.
That'd be the theft more than anything, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is. Apparently, on Rider Experience, 20 miles away from central London, it would have been £280. But because it's central London, 690. Yay! Hi, Weggy.
Yep.
Look at Wiggy's comment like that.
I just realised what he said. Thanks.
All those
Private hospital, because that's a big bed.
It is. Or he's very small.
Private, isn't it? He's in a private hospital, obviously.
I am. Hello.
If he can afford £600 for bike insurance, he's definitely in a private hospital. Have you got the buttons by the side of the bed that make it go up and down?
No, I've got an app on my phone that does it.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah. Just raise yourself.
Well, that's amazing. It's really quiet as well. I think that's enough of you raising yourself up in your bed. Dear.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Next
Highwayman
question.
says, hello all, and
Keith.
Wayne did his first video this week as well.
Yes.
That bloody time.
Who did one, sorry?
Highwayman.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I'll have to go and check that out then. I've not looked at any videos for quite some time, but yeah.
I think it's the only vlog I've been subscribed to that and actually really produced a video. But he's broken his up now.
And Von Sauerkraut says something in German. I don't know German.
got a
Does
clue.
Richard know what that says?
Guten Abend, euch können Sie schrecklich kaufen, which is kind of nice and horrible at the same time.
Right.
Okay.
Isn't that good
Thank you
evening,
for that.
something rude?
Horrible lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, good evening, you bunch of bleeps.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Roughly translated.
And Larry Davis says, Washbone dog technique, as they say. I think Volvo is Swedish, aren't they?
They are.
That's what he means.
Yeah.
Is it?
Very safe cars.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. Ask Hepcat.
Hepcat says they are really solid.
Rock hard.
Yeah, the curb was solid, but the Volvo was solid as well. Bless him.
Oh dear. Apparently,
You should be on here, Epcat, just showing us your wounds.
He should, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said wounds then, Cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
or mangled, or whatever it was.
I don't know if there's a euphemism for something. I don't know.
You just got a dirty mind, you have, I tell you. I'm on my cough syrup.
You know that's code for something really illegal, don't you? What's that?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beans.
Ah, that stuff. That'll clear your throat.
Oh, yummy.
Puts hairs on the chest, that's what that stuff does.
Oh, God. Epilator's coming out tonight.
Oh, that's another euphemism.
What sewer you brought up then?
Oh dear. London sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Open face helmet. Still got my face. Still got.
Right.
Oh, you still got your face, right?
Yeah.
It's a lovely face it is too. Oh,
Andy's camera got run over as well.
oh.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, well, it's been tended to. We were doing our best to look for it. There was one on the bike, and then the other one was on the inside lane of the roundabout, and we didn't know until we heard it get run over.
Where's that camera? Oh, hang on, I've just heard it. Just heard it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's one of
So
those
it's got
really
a
big
camera
flat
there.
screen ones now.
A plastic.
Lorry tyre.
I see what you did there. Yeah, so I guess you got it on film then, did he? Some of it?
No.
No, they didn't.
Oh, you amateurish.
No.
Amateurish.
Oh, there's a Volvo coming. Quick, switch it on.
So he had his cameras on his bike, one got run over, and none of them were switched on.
I felt like saying, quick, can we do it again? Shall we get on camera this time? I don't think he was up for it.
Hang on, you get back there. You get back there. Hang on, I'll switch it off.
Come on in, get back on the bike, we need to do it again.
We might get a Michael Burke reconstruction.
Yeah. Crime scenes investigate.
Is it hot or is it me?
That's your mate Jim.
Wow.
Oh dear. Did anybody see the MotoGP on the
Yes.
weekend?
Ooh, yes, very good.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
talking
well,
about the seagull here.
What?
Yeah, and the racing in general.
Oh, right, okay. You know the seagull's got a Facebook page, right?
Yeah, do you know what they've named it?
No, I just heard.
Splat.
When I was...
Apparently they've named it Gavin, but that's what we were saying. It came up on my newsfeed, R.I.P. Gavin the Seagull.
Is a seagull, another seagull been taken out on the GP?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dobby.
That's starting to become common.
It was a common goal, so you're okay.
No.
But that's not the
Yeah.
first time that's happened, is it?
No, ban bikes, they're dangerous.
Yeah. Two wheels, you
Save a
know.
seagull. I know. Save a seagull.
So much for that pipe to save lives. Never saved anybody lives. Can you hear something coming? Bang!
Do you know what? I bet that seagull went, oh look, there's Keith doing a chip run, I'm going to nick his chips.
Oh, God.
Yeah, poor.
No, it was a good race, though, apart from that.
So what happened in that though? Did the biker come off or was it all fine and just a seagull died?
Yeah, it was just a glancing blow to the fairing.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I thought he'd headbutted it because he stuck his head down.
Yeah,
But
did that,
when
didn't
they showed you the replay, it was like pretty much where the grip was, wasn't it? I just glanced off the side. It still killed the bird, right?
Oh, never mind.
Race, the overtakes were unbelievable. It was a really good race. Yeah, Red Grandy says, evening all.
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
Hello, Woody.
They don't
I
like
always
it,
read
also.
that as Reg Grundy.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, if you switch around the capital letters.
Wasn't that the guy who did Neighbours and Prisoner Cell Block H? Or the TV company?
Excuse me.
On your own there, Carm, I think.
It's alright.
Larry Davis says it was a rider's girlfriend.
Oh.
So, where's Keith been lately? Anyway, he's been away for a couple of weeks. Have you all seen me?
Yeah, I've been having to do lots of interviews at work, so I didn't quite fancy the idea of getting up in the morning with eyes like a panda. I'm trying to interview somebody and falling asleep through the questions.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's the reason why. I just can't keep to do at work. But,
Well, that makes a change. At least it's not sinister this time.
nah. I did watch them afterwards. But, I didn't want to come on, but I thought, nah, I don't risk a late night. Otherwise, I want my shit in the morning. I've done it already, but even more so. It was a shame about. I thought Waggy was going to have one on Tuesday, but it was cancelled, wasn't it? It was the last minute. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had some internal issues in terms of family to sort out.
Yeah, I was going to. On that one,
I think Waggy's having a go at you here, Wyvern.
so,
Oh yeah.
that's right. Yeah, Waggy's a waste of Waggy. Yeah. I've got a figure that can fit with a bag of chips in anyway, so you know.
Built like a racing snake, aren't you?
Yeah.
A racing snake.
That's what I said.
You've got a one-track mind, Cat. What is going on with you tonight? God dear.
Oh dear.
It's that bloody cough mixture, isn't it?
It's riding with these fine young men. It's very distracting. It's very distracting. I'm surprised I haven't fallen off my motorbike.
I don't do that.
No. Oh, Hepcat's come on again. He was rather annoyed that the traffic announcements that a large biker had gone down and the traffic was advised to trim. Here's another round. No more chips for you, young man. That's what it is.
What are you on about, officer? There's a bloke lying in the road. Yeah, just give way to the right. That's all you need to do.
Oh, dear.
I think
don't-
Idiot had made him fish and chips that night anyway, from what I've heard.
Oh, bless.
He wanted donuts apparently as well. So
What did you just say to him? Don't push it.
I told him I went to a nice little cafe on Sunday and I had a big apple crumble and ice cream and I ate it all and I didn't save him any. I'll take a photo of the next one.
Larry Davis says, "Don't let Keith in your toy room."
Is that a metaphor?
I don't know.
No, that sounds rude. That's the first thing tonight. That sounds rude, to be honest. The rest of it.
Girlfriend, you want to come over to toy room and play with the racing snake? Probably give me
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Anyway, I'll be back in a rolling mode. And then went to have a coffee.
What the fuck? Is that a
Got a
Chinook going
washing
over?
machine on or something.
Does that look like a Chinook? What was that?
It was coming from Keith. I'm not entirely sure what it was.
Tumble dryer, I
Is it
think.
a Chinook? Oh my god, I hope a Chinook's not crashed into his house. No, seriously, I really do hope a Chinook hasn't.
I think he was shaking his bag of cereal.
Oh, that's what it'd be. It's cereal o'clock, isn't it? Cereal o'clock now.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Larry Davis says, your daughter's toys now. Well, we're not even going to address that.
No, he's thrown them all away. He's thrown all his daughter's toys away.
Yeah. Have you seen his last
What a big
video?
meanie.
Yeah,
Who's
they're
that? White and biker has?
Yeah. She couldn't decide, so he threw them all away.
What a big meanie.
Yeah, rotten sod. Stuff for candy! Hey!
Hi, Andy.
Hello, mate.
Shopper candy.
Wouldn't let me in. I had to go through Chrome in the end instead of a
Yeah,
bus.
Yeah, use Chrome.
You went through Chroma! It's a long
through
bloody
Chroma.
way.
I've got to turn the sound down. It's creasing me.
I'm going to Sheringham next week.
Oh, I had to. Kept asking me to put a plug in or something.
Oh, perfect.
We're not going to ask where that went. Is it?
Yeah, it kept saying, yeah, it's plug in. Oh, fucking hell. I plugged it about 10 times, but I didn't get nothing out.
You'll get sore doing that.
Oh, fuck it, so I'm getting sore now.
It looks like you've got a squint in your eye still.
Oh, Andy, I did the same thing. It took ages.
Oh no, not in your hospital bed. Come on.
I don't know why, because I've never had to plug myself before. So.
Oh dear.
Well, I must admit, I'd give up, and my daughter came home, and I said, "Oh, I'm fed up of plugging myself here, girl."
That must have been a sight.
Well, she don't mind. She's broad-minded like me as well. So she come and unplugged me. Oh, it's fine then. Yeah, I can actually sit down now.
Fantastic.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody else was getting the same problem.
No, mate, no.
Fucking hell.
Oh god.
Well, it's, one or two more than last week, Andy. Last week we were a little bit sort of Billy No Mates, weren't we?
It's a bit.
Yeah.
It was. I tried to get on, but my computer kept throwing me off.
I know. But you was ill, but it's still a good hangout, I thought.
It was very good hangout, yeah. I watched it on my iPhone.
We actually talked about bikes all night, I think.
Amazing.
First.
We did actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some news.
Ooh.
Yes, the ZZR goes back on the road tomorrow.
Hooray!
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so I've actually had the tyres delivered, and I've taken down the little garage around the corner from here. Have them fitted tomorrow.
Oh,
So I'll be back on that bloody thing. Get off that friggin' Harley.
Well, just make sure you sweep around the garage first, mate, before you go riding on it, you know. You get another puncture within 5 miles.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Should have a red carpet from the garage door to the road.
Yeah.
I think I'll have something, but I've got front and back going on, so front and back with a plug-in. I should be all right. I won't leave a trail of oil everywhere, will I?
No.
So, that kind of answers Await Rides question. He says, hi all, who's still riding and who's put their bike away?
Still riding, still riding.
Still riding.
Still riding,
Well-
a little bit less, if I must say myself. But
Well, we're
yeah,
supposed to have had a ride this
I'm not-
weekend, weren't we, Gav?
We were.
There we go.
Yes.
Cue
Yeah, well-
music.
Oh, what, with this one?
Yeah, we're supposed to have gone with the lovely Biz and his double booked us. So the other night, Gav cried himself to sleep, and I'm on antidepressants, near suicidal. And maybe keep going.
Oh, sorry. We finished.
So maybe next year, Biz, if I'm not too old or in an old folks home, we can go riding. Maybe spring, summer. I've done now, thank you.
Come
Brilliant.
on, Liz. Do the right thing and make an old lady happy.
Shush!
Oh, wow.
That's the old lady, isn't it? The old lady.
Oh, the
happy.
little old lady happy. Yeah, she's very happy. She's on the happy tablets.
She's on the happy bees.
Yes.
So what are you talking about tonight then, people?
I don't know. Shall we talk about motorbikes or just something else? I don't know. I don't care anymore. I'm pissed.
All right.
Oh, fantastic. It should be a good night tonight. Well, I don't think any of us... Has anyone put their bikes away?
No.
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 I'm riding mine more now.
No, you're a
Awesome.
masochist. That's why you've got red lips.
Yes.
I'll tell you, where you like ride past the camera with leaves blowing, now's the best time to record it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's
The
very
Leaves
awesome.
everywhere.
leaves up as you go past. Yeah.
The leaf blower.
You know what, I used
Trust
to
you
leave
to
this up
destroy
on.
it.
You've got to. He's back.
Oh, that, do you know what? That just gave me a hilarious idea for a flipping little clip. Where a bike goes past and then the leaves move, and then some bloke with a pair of headphones on goes back to a leaf blowing.
A Wookiee as well.
For effect. Oh, and a Wookiee, yeah. Idea. Just putting it out there. You don't have to.
Larry Davis says he's still riding at Yeovil at midnight. I think that's
What, tonight?
Off the Yeovil.
riding off to Yeovil.
At midnight. What's happening in Yeovil?
Maybe
Can
there's
we
another
go-
one.
Something dodgy in the car park, I guess.
And he also said, well, Andy, chroming, plugging, what about rimming?
Not anything, mate. Oh, I'm quite broad-minded, me, myself. You know, I've seen it all, done it all. Read the T-shirt, had the book.
I've been rimming
Doesn't bother
today.
me. Doesn't bother me.
If you want a really good rimming, you'll want to go to Kat, because she's just
Yeah.
the best.
She's got a rimming room.
I
Rimming
have.
like a boss.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
She was even telling me at the Cobdock show that some of the classic bikes, their wheels weren't rimmed properly.
Spoke properly.
Oh, spoke properly. That's right. Yeah, yeah. She was picking fault with the old bikes.
You've got to pick fault with other people's work.
Yeah. Go out of business otherwise.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's far better than my rims. Oh, yeah. I won't be wanting your business card anymore then.
And Larry Davis says he's off to get the new Assassin's Creed game. That's why.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, can't you just wait for the day?
No. How long is
Larry,
it?
have you booked the next 2 days off work to play it like some people do?
Yeah, I got a young lad who worked for me. He says, I'm going to book a holiday. I said, okay, what you want? He said, I got a week. I go, yeah, what you doing, mate? He said, oh, playing a game. I went, what? I said, you what? He said, yeah, I'm playing a game for a week. Comes 8 tonight at 12. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to spend all week playing it. I go, you're going to have a holiday? You're going to take a holiday off from work just to play a frigging game?
Stay inside.
Yeah. That is so sad. That is so sad.
I'm going to play a game for my holiday.
And in my head, it's real. It is. It is. No, it's not real. Get a real life. Ride your motorbike.
Go out for a week on the bike. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Spend that money on your bike or something, but not the
They're
game.
bloody expensive, aren't they, them games?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could go for a tour almost to Europe and back.
Yeah. You might meet a real princess or something. You never know. You might find a real troll.
Hmm?
I don't know what I'm talking about, but there. Do they have trolls and princesses in Assassin's Creed? I don't know. No.
Right?
I know. I used to be, believe it or not, I used to be a bit of a gamer. I was sad, and only for one game. But when I got onto YouTube, I haven't touched it since for 2 years. So there you go.
Pac-Man.
No,
MotoGP.
no,
Pac-Man?
no.
I think
Horace-
Andy, Suffolk Andy was a Grand Theft Auto man.
No,
Yeah.
I have played it,
Pac-Man.
but not. No.
Pac-Man Junior.
No.
Ping pong.
No.
I don't think there's any other Pac-Mans.
I was probably, not just saying that, probably one of the best in the country actually at one time. I was very high up in the
Farmville.
standings.
Tetris.
Hello?
Farmville.
That was only a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Sheep Shag.
Sheep
What?
Shag, no. I don't think you may have ever bought Sheep Shag out actually. That might be something
No, I
to
think
it.
they had it around Suffolk area. I think it was an exclusive deal.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. No,
Which
still,
tells before it gets any worse.
you still haven't worked it out yet, have you?
Oh, Larry Davis, I think, is guessing. He's put Call of Duty.
No. That is, well, you're getting close. You're getting close.
Galaxians?
Pardon?
Galaxians.
No. No.
We give up. It's boring now. Come on.
I know. I was addicted,
Yeah.
and I used to play all the time because I wanted to be at the top. I was addicted to zombies.
Who what?
The what?
Zombies.
Oh, was it Plants vs Zombies? Is that the one?
Well, there was several of them. They used to come out every time the was it Call of Duty came out or whatever. It was on there, wasn't it? I was the secondary game.
Oh, it was the side game that was on the
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Disc.
Oh yes. Yeah, I used to play that for hours.
All the Nazi zombies.
Yeah, bloody good at that as well. But I haven't touched it for 2 years now because YouTube's taken all my time.
The only problem with that game I found, that whenever I went online to play these games, the kids were just absolutely bloody annihilated. You just didn't give a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, the shoot 'em up ones, yeah. If you was up against them.
I used to, you know, I won't say the term. No, I'm not going to say that. I think it's something else. I used to just sniper because I just couldn't be arsed to keep running around and getting absolutely annihilated. So I don't know, I got fed up with it because it was just no fun. As soon as you spawned, you were really being shot at again. I thought, this is a fucking
Yeah.
These kids are obviously playing it 24/7, and I only play it like once every couple of weeks, and they won't be really useless at it.
No, I used to really enjoy it actually. I used to play for bloody hours and hours and hours with people from all over the world. But you know, but that was the way it was.
So Skeggy has said, is Cat the spokesperson for rimming?
Yes.
You got a rim.
Concrete, yes.
That innocent face, you know, don't believe it.
And Larry Davis was asking, is it Tiddlywinks, Andy?
No, not Tiddlywinks.
I had some tiddlywinks at my house, but I took them in the dustbin, you believe, when I had a clear out.
And he also said, I'm my Mrs. Carer but work at Yeovil being a steward.
Does he live a long way away from Yeovil, or is it around the corner, or?
Who knows?
No? No.
Don't know.
Could be just round the corner.
It's not instant, Cat.
What?
Cat,
Just give him a
dear.
chance, it's not instant.
Yeah, yes, dear. It takes a little while on a live stream, dear. Wait.
His voice is in my head. What is it?
It's your headphones. You've got headphones on.
Am I?
It
He
does take a
says
little while.
it's his son's Christmas present.
Oh.
So if you're watching, hooray, surprise!
Yeah.
Surprise!
Guess what
You're
you're
never going to
getting.
guess.
You can see Richard's in the spirit of things.
I only had one bottle of beer tonight. I forgot to buy some. I'm a bit pissed off actually. I've drunk out one. So it's
Where's
a
that
bit
beer, mate?
dry old house here, mate.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I know. I'm not used to sitting here with one bottle of bloody beer on a Thursday night.
Can't you nip down the club?
No, it's a bit far from here, mate. And
Oh.
my missus is out with the car anyway, so.
Give her a call. Tell her to pick you up some beers.
Yeah.
Do it. So
I'll put these tyres on tomorrow. I actually went again with the Pirelli Angels. I didn't go with the GTs. I went with the STs. I don't think I need the GT ones. So hopefully up and running tomorrow. No punches. Back on the ZZR proper motorbike, and I think I'll be happy. In fact, quite a bit excited about it. Really, getting back on that bike after a couple of 3 months.
It's nice having both sorts, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but I must admit I'm still don't know about that Harley. I could be going. I think.
Yeah, get an MT-09, mate. Nice sit on beg MT-09. Best thing you'll ever do.
No, you CB 1000R and then remap it.
That's another race bike. Well, it's a sports bike. He doesn't want that. He wants to sit up and beg.
It's a naked bike.
Well, actually,
it's a super naked. 125 horsepower and 80 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheel, and I can prove it.
Well, have you got one?
Yeah, and I just had it dynoed.
Cool.
My old ZZR is quite quick enough for me. So
yeah.
That's a bit of a beast. So
yeah, your ZZR is going to be quicker.
Well,
yeah, it is.
I know what the horsepower are. I know that, but it's not a standard model anyway. So, but if I was talking to Andy last week, I don't know why when this bike came out, I hated it. The certain bike I'm looking at, but all of a sudden, after a few years, I had a look at it the other week, and I thought, I wouldn't mind one of them, and that's a Honda VFR 1200.
Yeah, do you know what? For a second, I thought you were going to say Honda Brom.
No. I want something.
Disappear up his bloody arse if you sat on one of those things.
Well, I did.
You did. You sat on one.
Yeah. Looked like a fucking great elephant on a pimple. Oh, I looked like a monster.
Was that
Sitting on there.
Were you looking at the normal one or the semi-auto?
Well, I was looking at second-hand ones, and there's not a lot of difference in the price actually between the two. So I don't know really.
Semi-auto.
Yeah.
Clutchless.
Clutchless.
Oh God. Well, obviously, being old school myself, it'd be like, shit. You mean I can't have a clutch anymore? You can fuck off for that. Like, what? Not having any control over the clutch?
No, it uses the same technology that tuned-up SM bikes use, the centrifugal clutch, so it disengages when it gets below a certain RPM, so you don't need to use it. Basically, yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's like a chicken chaser.
I think that's always in 2 gears as well.
Yeah, so it's seamless shifting, completely seamless.
Yeah.
It's got 2 clutches that link between each other and change. It's always got one gear prepared up and one gear prepared down. So when you switch, it switches between the two and you can't feel it.
No.
Until it goes
So, how do you can you still slip the clutch and all that then?
No, there is no lever. It does not exist at all.
What?
No, it's not there.
Throw it in the bin.
You just have to ride the back brake or something.
In the bin. No. Ridiculous.
I don't, Pedro. I don't think I'll go down that road though.
No.
It's got to be a shifter. Yeah.
Is there a button you press to make it automatically accelerate too? And then when you need to stop, right? When you put your sensors on the front, and you don't need a brake lever. What you do, you just put your sensors on it. It stops automatically. That way, you don't have to ride the bike anymore. You just sit on it. And it's like great. You look really awesome.
Got a handbrake.
Yeah,
Got a handbrake, mate.
You're saying that, but it does have a button that you press that's automatic, and you don't have to shift gear.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
that's obviously aimed at a different type of rider to me personally.
I think you're just
to be fair, it's actually. To be fair, they've marketed it for someone that wants to go touring it, but not like for a very long journey and just wants to basically relax on the bike rather than for someone that's going to use it as a normal bike day to
No,
day.
they marketed it for somebody who's going to stay in the house and the bike can go out by itself.
You don't even need to ride this bike.
They'll ride it
You stay
down.
indoors. Play the game you bought in the weekend. The bike will ride. Come back and tell you how it was. Fantastic. You know you will.
You can always put your GoPro on and that come back and give you some video when you're finished.
I was just about to say that.
If you're lucky, it might even edit it for you.
I know. It does your vlogs.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't edit it for you, I wouldn't fucking buy it.
If it rides yourself, you could use your mobile phone while riding. Just go on Facebook, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? I'm going to be really freaked out if I turn up to the lights tomorrow and I just see a VFR just go past me with no one on top of it.
And then when you get out, there's a little text saying, do you know what, I wanted to join the ride up there, but couldn't be arsed, I just sent the bike.
Andy, you're going to like this even better. It's not just a VFR, it's about 7 of their bikes that they've added this technology to. So the Cross Runner has it.
Technology.
The new Cruiser. Yeah.
Technology means to me advancement in technology.
I should imagine though, Andy, if you're a bit disabled or something,
mentally.
I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can say that.
You can. You can have sort of funny legs or something there. You can't do this. You can just sit on them and push and go, couldn't you?
Okay, so what you're saying now is Honda are inventing these different new technologies for disabled people.
Possibly.
That gearbox in, and I think it's because he's got a hand injury that he has to do that. He got it from a bike accident, and he's got it so he could carry on riding.
Yeah.
I can't remember his
Hey,
name.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that, but what I'm talking about able-bodied people riding bikes. Yeah. Obviously, you want. I mean, if they've aimed at that bike at someone with disabilities, then I think that's absolutely fine, and I'm all for that. And I've always been for that.
Andy, what will happen is, mate, you'll pull up at a traffic light and some poor guy is sitting on one of them, and you'll take the piss, and instead of him waving his fist at you, he'll wave his claw at you.
But why? I wouldn't take the piss out of a biker. I would never take the piss out of bikers.
No, I definitely wouldn't go down that way. I would go for the geared one.
Well, the one where you have to pull your hand in to change gear.
The one you have to ride properly. Yeah.
Because you might break it now, wouldn't you? If you.
I think that would take a lot of the enjoyment out of it. Actually, if you just had to pull the throttle.
Yeah, that's where I come from. Andy. It's like it just takes away the whole biking feel, doesn't it? Like the quick shifters. It's like, but then I want to do that. It's like not for me anyway. Because I'm old school. I'm an old git.
If you think about it, that sort of stuff really is just for the racetrack, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Quick shifters are, yeah.
Yeah. And seeing gearboxes and stuff like that.
Okay.
If you watched that MotoGP at the weekend, if you think about it, those Hondas and Kawasaki's and that were all seamless gearboxes and whatever, but that Suzuki wasn't. It was still a manual change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that does give them the edge, give the other ones a slight edge. When they talk about megas of seconds and stuff.
It does, but if I was a biker and it got to the point where it was just like twist the throttle and then press the brake now and then, I probably wouldn't be in the sport anymore, personally.
That's why Casey Stoner retired.
Yeah.
As well as the other stuff that goes along with it, like the promo stuff and that. But he didn't like everything being controlled.
No. Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, I know. I remember last year when Shaky Burns was talking about the VSB because they are just bikes, and he said, there's people pulled up here today in the car park who've got more advanced bikes than we're riding around this track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true as well.
Traction control's not allowed in VSB, is it?
No.
If you think about it, look at the 2015 S1000RR. Like that has everything that you can imagine and more. Actually, saying that, look at the new Honda, the 150 grand MotoGP bike they've just released. I mean, seriously, 150 grand for a motorbike for on the road? It's just mad.
Yeah.
Well, most bikes, you know, like the VFR, if you go out and buy a new one, you're talking 13 grand
Yeah.
just for one of them for a new one. That's just bloody ridiculous,
Yes.
you know. And then you can wait about, you know, get one for 5 years, you know, 5 years old with about 6 or 7 days on the clock for 5 grand. It's a hell of a difference.
Probably less than that now.
Yeah, it's a hell of a difference. So why would you go out and pay 13 grand for one? Because I couldn't justify that.
Yeah, and then also to try and figure out if you can actually switch all the stuff off so that you can actually ride it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're old school like me, as pretty much everyone knows, if you don't know, I don't like anything automated. I want to do it myself because that's how I do. That's how I roll. So all the ABS and all the flipping auto gear shit, and this fucking dual clutch, no need to use a clutch. No, I do want to use a clutch because if I want to pop the clutch or do whatever I want to do with the clutch, then I want to have a clutch. And if I haven't got one, I'm not on a bike. It's as simple as that. It's like, back up.
Seriously.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the newer bikes are going away from hydraulic clutches as well, just to try and simplify.
What, back to cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my bus has got a hydraulic clutch, but my MT-09's got a cable clutch, which I'm fine with because, you know, cable clutch I like cables.
Yeah.
I don't like the fly-by-wire throttle, but, you know, it is what it is.
Bring back
is
spoke
MT-09
wheels,
got one
that's
of
what I was saying.
Yeah, the MT-09's got a fly-by-wire cable. But you can get them re-flashed. And I'm looking into that at the moment because apparently the MT-09 is restricted.
Bloody hell.
So, but if you get it flashed, it gets rid of a load of issues. But they're restricted for the EU and all that shit. So I'm looking at getting that done as well.
What are new bikes restricted to now? Because it used to be about 180 something, didn't it? But have they dropped them down a bit, or?
Well, top speed has always been is it 186 point something?
Yeah.
Obviously, my buzzer's not because it's before the law.
No.
Well, the agreement, not the law, because there's no law. There's an agreement, isn't there? That
My CB's been restricted to 155. But I don't know if that's part of the EU or not.
yeah, I think the MT-09 is restricted to 132.
So
But
That's
when you
quite a
flash
bit,
it,
isn't it?
it is. But when you flash it, it goes a lot faster.
mm,
No, it's actually hang on. It's restricted in 5th and 6th to 9,000 revs. Just
right.
Going any faster.
So who brings all these laws in? Is that the government or
The EU.
the manufacturers?
It's Europe, isn't it? That's what
Oh,
we
Europe,
get, the European Union. Yeah.
Our cousins over the English Channel.
In Brussels.
yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
You still got to have fun on your bike. Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
laugh when you go to France and they're all restricted to 100 horsepower. That's bloody ridiculous.
Isn't it less
You
than
know.
that? I thought it's like 96.
Well, it might be slightly under that, but that's only
Yeah.
about 196, something like
Yeah,
that. That's all they've
yeah.
got. Don't matter what you're riding.
Exactly.
That's
That's ridiculous. Isn't it?
Because if you like, even at 100 brake, bike will be faster than most cars on the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it can't be for speed and for acceleration because that defeats the object of it.
I think that's to try and keep their accident rate down, apparently, I think. But I did read an article the other day saying that it's coming off soon. They're going to look at it again and let them have the same as the rest of Europe.
What, France going to retract that law?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because they've been demonstrating for a couple of years over every bloody weekend all over the place.
Yeah.
Right? So they've been
I
sort
love
of...
the French for demonstrating. They're not doing by our.
Great.
They brought Paris to a standstill the other week.
No way.
They did. Yeah. They
Next it'll be bloody Calais, and then what will we do?
Well,
Yeah.
then they'll pick another big town and they all turn up there for the weekend and fuck it over for the weekend. You know, won't let nothing through. So I think they're getting a bit fed up with them now. So they might rescind it. Yeah. Oh, you got a nice one there from 08.
08 ride, yeah. I'll let Mr. B answer. Two wheels are two wheels, irrespective of whether you're manual gears or not. Pulling your fingers in and flicking your toes up or down are an aspect of technical build that could be included or not. Still a bike. Choice is good. Shame some claim higher ground.
Well, I said that I'm all for bikes that have been adapted for disabled people, and I'm a biker, so I've grown up and been born and bred to pull in a clutch, change gear, let the clutch out, and have full control over my bike. So if people want to ride ones that assist them, I don't have an issue with that, but obviously I wouldn't ride one. So I'm not sure if I've got a higher ground there or not. Have I?
I did watch a bloke do a review on one the other day on YouTube, and he thought it was very strange to start with, but after a few miles he said he weren't too bad with it, really. You know, he thought it was okay, but, you know, you pay your money, take your choice, I suppose. That's the sort of bike you want, you know, go for it, but if that's not, you know, you're going to be very disappointed that you spent $6 or $7 grand on the second-hand one.
I think the people who are going to buy one are the people who need that.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't have any issue with that at all. And I rode, you know, my great deletion of footage that I had. I did a test ride of the Honda dual twin clutch jobby with no gear lever, no clutch, and I rode it. And do you know what? It rides really well. But what I don't like about it is I have no control over it. But it does ride well, but I can't like choose what gear I want or anything. You can kind of do it manually by pressing the button on the left grip, but there's a big delay, like in an automatic car. You know, when you like choose the gear you want, there's that delay, and it's not comfortable for someone that's used to having full control. So I don't have any issue with them. It's just that for me, I want full control and I want to have the gear when I want it. And the automated gears, I find, you can't get that. And maybe at some point they'll get advanced enough that when you choose a gear, it will be like you've done it manually. But at the moment, they're still not there yet, and it's still that delay, that pause, and that lurch, and then the decel as well. Again, there's that big gap between you selecting and it then saying, okay, now you can have the gear. And that's what I don't like about them.
What happens if the throttle stick's open? You've got no clutch to pull in.
I guess you hit the kill switch.
Pretty very quickly. Yeah. Very bloody quickly. If you look at
just go.
Yeah, but if you look at a lot of these top-end cars now, they're all got these buttons on the steering wheel for changing the gears, up and down on there. Same as like Formula 1 cars or whatever.
But apparently they're sods at low speed, aren't they?
I've no idea, because I don't think I'll ever be able to afford one. But
no, but Clarkson used to say that they're really sods to park.
No, that's because of reverse. It's
Right.
not to do with low speed, it's because of
We
reverse.
need reverse on bikes, that's what I say.
Yeah.
What? We do?
We do.
Oh, aye. If you've got 3 wheels on your bike, you'd be alright, wouldn't you?
That's a car.
No, it's 4 wheels, like an MP4.
Well, Reliant Robin.
MP3's classed as a car. You don't need a helmet.
It's a tricycle, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of a back to front one.
so how many people on this panel then? I know Catherine probably has, but how many of you boys actually, you know, had a ride or ridden or driven a trike?
Nope.
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 Horrible.
I've never.
No.
I think Catherine, haven't you, Catherine?
Yes, they do not like going around corners.
No, they don't.
They don't have a diff, do they? It's just a straight bar. So
They're gonna what?
it doesn't have a diff in it, does it? It's just a straight bar across the rear axle. So
No, they have a lot of diffs.
do they?
Yeah, they have a Reliant back axle,
Yeah.
or a Reliant but linked through to a Reliant axle. But no, they're out in straight lines, but just the way they're set up, you really have to yank on the bars, push and pull on the bars to get them round to go around the bend. And the faster you go, harder it gets. So don't go light at the front; they can really dig in. So, not good. But if you have to ride one, you have to ride one, don't you? So,
Yeah, there's always that as well.
yeah.
You may need to have one of those.
Apparently these boom trites and the Ruarco ones, you can sort of steer around a corner with one hand, but I've not actually ridden one of those. But apparently they are more balanced and set up compared to the sort of Volkswagen type ones and the bits and bob ones that they make over here, or bikes converted to trikes. They don't handle either. So.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you just can't lean, can you? That's the big problem.
No, they try and throw you off. You go around a bend and it tries to throw you out. You know.
Can't shift away.
Yeah, it's not good. Not a pleasant experience.
Mind you, there's a lot of people who love them.
Well, I think there's two reasons. Obviously, there's a lot of partially disabled riders who have gone to trikes from bikes. Whether they've got the accident through biking or not, that's irrelevant. But because I know one or two people because the test is so comprehensive now to get a bike license, they can drive a trike on a car license. So they can't be asked basically to get the bike license.
Mm. And then because you've got the same, you got a problem as a car. When there's a lot of traffic, you're stuck.
No, you can't filter unless you forget.
Then you just land up with one wheel.
Yeah, that's right.
Front.
Yeah. Artifacts Astra says world gromination.
Yes, I like Groms, I really do, but I won't have one.
I don't.
No,
No.
I think they'd be
No,
great
no.
for town riding. No, they'd be awesome
No,
for town riding.
no,
no.
No.
They must sell them though, because to bring them back, they must sell well.
They're selling better than scooters now in London. It's ridiculous.
All right.
Grom round every corner.
Mm.
But no. They're still probably a lot faster than most 125s because they're so small. Because there's so little of them.
I think
And
it's about
so
70, isn't it? Top speed on one.
Yeah, but I think it gets there a lot quicker,
Mm.
to be quite honest with you.
I think they're great looking little things, but as I say, you can buy a couple of year old Supermoto for the same sort of price as you can for one of those things.
Yeah, and my main gripe of them isn't even the actual size or the looks or anything. It's the tires are so small. So if you are in town, they are good to get in between traffic, but you feel every single bump and nick on the road. They're not as comfortable as people really think they are.
No. And I should imagine they're pretty underpowered when you've got an adult, if you like, riding one as opposed to a little 16-year-old or 17-year-old.
Yeah. What I noticed with the one, Catherine, at the we looked at, I think you'd gone by then, but we all sit on it. Yeah, the actual front suspension, you could actually sit on it and with your own strength push it right down. Went right into the wheel.
Not good.
Nearly. Yeah, you could just push it, and that was it, right down the
Take your
horse.
teeth out, won't it?
Yeah.
All right if you're on smooth highways and things, but out
Yeah.
roads, no way.
Not really. Red Grandy says my little Vespa is restricted to going down the shops.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
No, I like Vespers.
No, Lambros.
Oh, both, as long as they're made out of tin, not plastic.
Yeah. The original Lambros are lovely.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We got any more in this comments?
Oh, there's loads on the QA.
Go on then, get through them, mate.
Motor Trooper 99 says evening all.
Evening, mate.
Hello.
08 Ride has got a question for Keith. I don't know if he's there or not.
No, he's gone at the minute.
Right, we'll leave that. Von Sauerkraut says Suffolk, get a turdman.
Oh God! I think I've said this story before, but I came out of Orwell's a few months back, and there was this turdman sitting there, and I went, "Look at the state of that! I wouldn't be seen dead on that fucking piece of shit." And this bloke turned around and said, "Well, it's my bike, mate." And I was like, "I used to ride a Lambretta when I was younger."
Very nice.
I thought, "Oh, fucking hell!"
Was it the 400 or the 650?
I don't know what it was. I think that was a bigger one.
Yeah,
One of the big ones. Yeah.
The one that has looks like an armchair at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it got a booster button or something on it as well? Yeah.
650 with boost.
Yeah.
And Larry Davis has said he's off. Catch you later. Take care. See you later, mate. If you're not gone already. And apparently, I think he lives 33 miles away from Yeovil. I think that's what he was saying.
It's a good distance.
And Von Sauerkraut again says, Suffolk Andy, get some tyre plugs? Question mark.
Yeah. They're right to getting you home, but if you can't leave them on a restricted tyre like we have to have on our bikes, you can't go out. What is it, 60 mile an hour? They recommend on a plug.
I think it's 50.
50, something like that. Well, if you've got a bike that can do nearly 200 mile an hour, you don't want to be flying around on that with a bloody tyre plug-in, do you?
No.
That tyre I'm taking off tomorrow is virtually brand new. It's a beautiful tyre, but you know it's got a bloody screw in it. So
Yeah. It's just not worth thinking about, is it?
No.
Don't even entertain keeping it. Right, okay. Now you're back, Keith. Wait, right, it says, do you remember following that guy on the huge track in Ireland north of the cliffs? He sure couldn't go around a corner.
It was very funny. We're near the cliffs of Moher. I can't remember. Oh, was it Doolin Bay? I think it was. I think that's what it comes from. Yeah, this guy on this pretty great big red trike. Didn't really get you around the bloody corner. And I remember 08 making some derogatory comments about it as well. It was quite. I can't remember what he said now, but.
I'm sure he's going to tell us.
I think I posted it in the video. When I get round to posting that video, I think I've kept his remark in there because it was quite funny. It was quite funny. Yeah, I do remember that. It was a funny day, that.
Okay, and Motor Trooper 99 is a fan of Calm Biker's artistic side.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very artistic tonight and very quiet, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it's all about.
He needs to lift the face up on that Iron Man helmet.
Yeah. Looks strange.
Better or worse?
I know you've take the mask off.
Worse.
Oh, I think that's by far worse, that word in there, yeah.
That's creepy.
Hang on.
That's creepy.
It's creepy, yeah.
I'm not sure that music goes.
No, it's fine. You know, whether it was positive or negative, I thought. Sorry, I was just retrieving some juice.
Is that what it's called nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mustn't talk about.
No! Don't go there! Don't go there, we'll be in trouble.
Mustn't go there.
No, please.
Don't talk about those.
Skeggy says he's not coming on because he's not feeling too well.
I hope you feel alright, old
That's
boy.
all I'll say.
Oh,
Those
hang
of you
on.
that are using Skype. No.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit. Don't repeat the conversation.
That's probably asking for a plug-in and he can't get one.
I think
I think keeping it in is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, he's probably got one and think, oh, I like this too much, I'm going to hang out.
Oh, God.
We're sitting on the commode tonight.
Oh, Skeggy.
Mrs. was saying, you're not coming to bed. If you come to bed and shit yourself, you can go out.
Yeah, before you come to bed, boy, you better take that fucking plug out.
Yeah.
It's one of those Harley Davidson colostomy bags, that's what it was.
Yeah, one of them Harley Davidson bloody things. I don't know what I'm doing with that bike. I still can't make up my mind on that fucking thing. I really can't.
You don't sound happy on it, mate.
Well, I am and I ain't. You know, I don't know. It's just, you know, I always, you know, I thought well, I might as well have one. You know, and now I've got one. I'm like, why have I got one? Really?
Yeah.
But
I think I think the difficulty you've got your ZR, haven't you? And you kind of it's difficult to compare one against yours. Like, you know, me and that Kawasaki and the SD. I told me Kawasaki, and I like riding, don't get me wrong, but you know, then I've got the SD and I think, oh, why have I got the Kawasaki there? And I think, I don't know. I just went through a phase where I felt I wanted two bikes, you know what I mean? You'll never compare one against the other. It's like cheese, you know?
It seems to me, you know, I've been looking around at bikes and different things lately, and I haven't been swayed to the cruiser thing at all, you know, even though I've got one.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at any others and thought, oh, I'd like one of them better than this one.
Yeah.
But it seems funny that I'm looking at Sport Tourers more than I am anything else.
Yeah.
You know, because I just like them better, probably.
Yeah.
You know.
How about
I'm more inclined to buy the Sports Tour than cruiser on. But, you know, it'd have to be a special bike that I'm, you know, to get rid of the SV. I keep thinking I want a bike, and then I get back on the SV. And
Is there a lot of specific things you don't like about the Harley, Andy?
sometimes I'm very happy on it, and I love riding it, and other times that just pisses me off. I don't know really. I can't really put my finger on it, if you know what I mean. Like, I've had other bikes that I've detested right from the start and never liked them and just got rid of them.
Yeah.
But I think because I had a lot of problems with that bloody battery I bought, pissed me off, and it's like I bought a new battery for it a couple of days ago, and got the battery, got it sent here, everything else, took it out there. That's exactly what it said, you know. Harley Davidson, you know, sports the 1200 battery, blah blah blah. I went to put it in, and that was an inch too big. And I'm like, I am pissed off of this, you know. So I had to put the old battery in. So I'm going to do a test on it at the weekend to see if the battery, which is just coming up for a year old, the one that I was replacing again, if it's being charged or it's done, you know. So I'm going to put a amp meter on it this weekend and do a test on it and see what happens really. But I think the battery what I got, I think it's going to fit into me CX500 because I've got to get that back on the road. So if that fits in there, then I was going to buy a battery for that anyway. So, but I'm going to try that the weekend. If that fits there, if it don't, it's going to have to go back because you know, it's an inch bloody too big. I can't put the side panels back on with it. You know.
The gel type ones are pretty good. They tend to put out more volts, more power.
Yeah.
You know, lithium ones, aren't they? But you need a special charger for them. That's the only bad thing.
I think, sorry Andy, I think you're looking for a bike that you can do next year, do a little cruise around Europe on. Is what you're looking for.
I would do it on my ZZR because that's the one I use anyway every year for years. But certainly looking at a Sport Tourer if I go for another one. But there again, would I get rid of the ZZR and keep the Harley and have a new Sports Tourer and more modern one? I don't know.
If you've got a Sports Tour already, which you have, which is a ZZR 12, then why would you get another one unless you want to get rid of both? I don't know.
I'd be like if I upgrade next year, and I'm not saying I will, I wouldn't keep the SV and get another Sports Tourer. It would be another type of bike to go with the SV, and then when it came to upgrading the SV, then I would swap that for another Sports Tourer because I don't see the point of having a similar type of bike, otherwise it's pointless really. So, you know, it might be a naked bike, you know, a bit newer than the ER5 that I've got. It'll last a few more years, and then I'll be ready to change the SV into another Sports Tourer in a few more years' time. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know. But I definitely wouldn't get two of the same bike. I think it's pointless.
No.
Well, my ZZR is O2 plate, and the only reason I'd change it is for a more newer bike, basically, you know, a bit more modern, because they're starting to look a little bit out of date now. But that's the only reason I do it. It's not that, you know, touch wood, that bike, ever since I've had it, and I've had it about 8 or 9 years, it hasn't missed a heartbeat, if you know what I mean. And you know, I hadn't started it for 2 months. I went out there this morning, and that just boom, straight up, you know. So I can't, you know, say it's been a bad bike because it ain't. It's been one of the best bikes I've ever had. But the Harley, you know, is being a bit of a pain when it comes to batteries, you know. So.
Darth Peachy said, have you ever considered a Triumph Sprint? Great touring bikes, very comfortable, with what I understand, even for people with back problems, etc.
Yeah, I tried one, but I couldn't get to the gear shifter with my leg because I've got a false knee, so I have to, you know, I can't get a full bend in it. So that's why I can't ride sport bikes. Trust me, if I get rid sport bikes, I'd have rid a sport bike for a while, you know. But so. I know the VFR I can get to the gears. Even on my ZZR, I sometimes have to struggle a little bit to get to the gear shifter, but you know.
Have you thought about something like a BMW GS? You're sitting pretty upright then.
Yeah.
They're pokey, very comfortable. The GS13R, that's a lovely bike.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what there also is, I don't know about where the foot pegs are, but there's the MT-09 Tracer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I quite like the look of those.
Yeah, that would work.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
So, and we know how much power they've got and stuff. So.
The Tracer's a Tourer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like the look of it.
It's a lot.
If I got one, I'd have to get rid of the SP. I wouldn't want that and with the Tourer. I'd have to get that and get rid of the SP. But yeah, I do like the Tracer. I must admit, it's on my list of bikes.
Yeah, it sits a lot higher than the standard MT-09, and it is dead comfy.
Yeah.
You know, I did the review on it, and it's got all the power and everything else. It's just got all the extra touring stuff.
Yeah. I do like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
Has it got like a luggage rack ready to go?
Yeah.
Standard?
Yeah, it's built in. Yeah.
Hepcat Harley said, I'm thinking of getting another bike too.
Oh,
Cue music.
Oh God.
Mrs. Volvo made that decision for you. And Skeggy also says, thanks you bastards, please I didn't ask you to keep it quiet. We didn't actually say what we did. It didn't leave
Hey,
much
keep
imagination.
it quiet, you've got a butt plug. You can't, can you?
No, I think everyone, you know, I understand, like, I always recommend the Hayabusa, but I understand, Andy, if you've got a false knee, like your ZZR is probably getting to the point where the position of the pegs is just a little bit too far back. And the Hayabusa is even further back than the ZZR as well.
Yeah. Well, when I test rided the ZZR 1400, because that's what I was going to go for, they're slightly lower than the 1200, and I actually really struggled to get to that gear lever, you know. And like I was riding it, you know, on me heel, if you know what I mean. I could only get me heel on the peg, and that was so uncomfortable. And that's the only reason I've never gone for one, because if I could have rid it okay, I'd have gone straight to a 1400 from this one, definitely, because they're awesome. But no good to me, you know. So
I think whoever suggested a Tracer, I think Andy, maybe you should test ride one, mate.
I'll have a look at them later. Yeah, I'll have a look at them.
Because they are quite tall though, aren't they?
They are very tall.
Yeah.
I know when I haven't actually rid a VFR yet, but I've sat on one last week, and that was quite comfortable, and I really mean comfortable. And the back seat has got like a part of the seat where to stop the passenger coming forward on it, and it's got full luggage, and they come with full luggage and everything, so hard luggage, so brilliant. It just looked like a good touring bike, you know.
You're saying that you don't want your missus coming forward, mate?
Not if she's behind me, I'll tell you, it's fucking painful.
Oh, it was so cool sometimes.
Because I have to think about it, because she is 32 stone, so I have to think about.
she's gone back to
Getting on the back.
The Tracer has two separate seats, by the way.
Yeah, and the sidecar.
No, not a sidecar. No, separate. The passenger seat is completely separate to the rider seat.
Oh,
well.
right.
So it's probably worth considering. It's dead comfy.
Yeah, I will look at one of them, a Tracer. I will look.
Yeah, I think what I was saying, it's tall. I think it's narrow as well, so you probably get away with it a bit more than what you would on another bike.
Well, I was looking at the Triumph Tiger at one time, and I quite like those, but they're quite a lump, aren't they? You know, quite a big old bike, and they're very freaking expensive as well.
They are expensive, yeah.
Yeah, very expensive.
They're also very top heavy.
Yeah.
So it's fine when you're moving, but when you're sat still, it's a bit of a fucking pain in the ass.
But a lot of people are saying about, is it the Varsi or Verity, whatever they call it?
Yeah, the Yamaha.
Yeah. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he had one, and he reckoned that was the best bike he's ever had.
But they're a bit pricey as well. But, you know, brand new Versys is quite expensive. You know, the Yamaha seem to get a good deal with the Yamaha at the minute. I don't know why that is, but they're price-wise, the MT-09 range is very nicely priced. You know what I mean? It's not too expensive. If you look at similar bike in the Kawasaki range, and the Versys is quite good. It's over 10 grand. You know? Too much. You know, I'm not saying I can't afford a bike for 10 grand, but I'm reluctant to spend that much on a bike.
How about Richard's bike?
Sorry, go on then.
No, I was saying, how about Richard's bike? That's just
What the Canada? I do like that. I think
yeah, the Z1000.
yeah, it's nice. But I think it's a bit like my flagship. That's what's put me up about it.
What's the foot peg location like on that then, in terms of knee bend?
It's near my feet.
What's this like? It's like Planet of the Apes going on here. What's going on?
I don't know what he's doing
I
tonight.
thought it was Dave Lee Travis in the room.
Surprise. I don't know. I mean, they feel all right. It's not like a sports bike position or anything like that, because I won't be able to cope with that with my my dodgy knee.
How does it compare to in terms of position to your XJ6? Is it the same kind of position?
Very, very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. Although you sit further back on the Z because it goes faster and you're trying to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, yeah, very similar.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I personally think if you're going to go touring, I think you need a fair-end bike with a decent windscreen, you know.
Yeah.
Keep, especially if you're like in France, you're doing big distances, 80 odd mile an hour constant. You know, you do need that little bit of protection and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, to keep it off you. Yeah.
I think
the screen on the Z is very, very good. You're pootling along the motorway at stupid speeds without realising. If you've got it in there, you've got three heights. But yeah, in the top mode, there's barely any wind noise if you're as short as me.
Yeah.
Good. I think Ryan's asking what's the key thing you look for in a second-hand bike, or what to look out for.
Well, I think that's the overall, you know, if you're going to go in a cosmetic way, I think that's the overall condition of it. I always go for mileage as well. If I always look, you know, if I look at several bikes, I always seem to go for the lower mileage I can get for the price, you know. And then, then you've got to look at the actual cosmetics of it. And you can tell, most bikers can tell if a bike is being not looked after, you know. There's telltale signs everywhere. So you've just got to go for the best condition, lowest mileage for the money you've got, really. You know.
Yeah.
I think.
And if you can, I mean, you can get a lot of money's worth out of if people have modded the bike but done it properly. You know, like Brembo brake upgrades, for example, really expensive. You're talking like £6-7 worth of stuff. And if it all looks nice, that's great. It's when it's been modded and it doesn't really work very well, like maybe they've got added heated grips, for example, but it's all wires hanging out here, there, and everywhere. It's like avoid. Just go for something that's been well maintained, very clean looking, and not the plastic. The plastic is, avoid looking at the plastic when it comes to a clean bike. Look beyond that. I've sometimes gone to look at a bike second hand, and I've gone with tools so I can take the fairing off, so I can see what's behind it. And I'm not joking, I do that, so that I can see that it's actually been well maintained. So look out for that stuff. But, you know, low mileage obviously is always a winner. The less mods, the better. So if you find a bike with a standard bike, and like I said, I know it sounds, and everyone probably laugh, but if the guy turns up and says, oh, I'm wearing a high-vis jacket, and this is a bike I've ridden to work for the last 3 years, it's probably going to be a really good bike to buy.
Yeah, my bike was, I think they said he was a paramedic. It was totally standard, and he'd probably ridden it 5 or 6 times in the year previous to me buying it.
Right, so he snapped his hand off.
Yeah, it was immaculate. It really was. So.
Yeah, I'd avoid non-standard resprays as well.
Yeah, if it's been resprayed, it's been down the road.
Yeah.
It's just look out for that stuff.
Bars, change of handlebars.
If you're going to buy a bike, ask someone that you know that's got experience, like Kat and Keith. It's got experience now, believe it or not, Keith. And
I know nothing about.
I don't know who that is anymore. Is it Pedro? Oh, Pedro.
New old lady.
He's turned into a little old lady.
What are you talking about?
Anyone you know that has been riding bikes for a long time, ask them for their advice, and they'll give you what they can, and they'll help you buy the second bike. Take them with you. Take them with you.
I think somebody like, if you think about it, somebody like Weggy, he's just got his new bike, and that had been modded quite a bit. But if you look at the bike, it's been done in a bloody good way, if you know what I mean. It all goes well. There's nothing on his bike that looks out of place. You know, you can see that's all been done professionally. And he's got himself a good bike that's been brought up to scratch, you know.
Yeah.
If you look at a bike and that's been modded and it looks a bit tacky and whatever, don't touch it.
Yeah. No, Wegg got a good deal there, because obviously I've seen his bike as well. I looked at him and I said, "Oh mate, you've got a cracker there." You know, all the steering upgrades and everything are just like pucker. Really good, really good bike. Yeah, so he's done really well there. But I hope he's changed that bloody front tyre.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, great bike he's got, great bike.
Excuse me.
So if you don't know, the simple answer is ask someone to come with you that does know and you trust.
And I tell you what, you can't always trust a dealer either. You know?
Oh God, no! Someone you know, not a dealer. No. Right, the person selling the bike is not the one to trust. Okay?
No, I trust them 100%, always.
Yeah. I know. 5 miles.
What you actually want to do is you pay for the bike before you even see it. On the eBay advert.
Sold as seen, and that was the poster of a bike that I don't have that you bought. Fantastic.
That is the trouble of buying something off eBay. You know, you're not 100% sure what you're going to get, are you, till you get there?
I have to admit, every bike I bought, I've done that. And I've been lucky so far, but I don't think I'd chance to look next time. I think I would.
I tell you what,
I never use eBay as actually purchasing. I will always contact them and go and look at it.
Yeah,
Use it like classified. I've never commit to buying it.
I tell you what, I bought mine off eBay, but obviously I went up to see the guy and spent like pretty much the whole day and went out for a test ride, etc. And it was, I mean, I couldn't have found it anywhere else. Actually, it was quite funny. The showroom that was 5 miles down the road had the exact same bike with more mileage on for $2.5 grand more than he was selling it for, and the showroom had less history on the bike than he did. And I just thought that was hilarious. But yeah, it's very hit or miss with eBay. You can turn up, have someone extremely genuine that's actually going to sell you something that's worth buying, or you can have, like Andy said, someone selling you a picture or a CD with a picture on it.
Yeah. Okay, Darth Peaches had a little contribution. I don't know what happened to your last comment, mate. It disappeared, but this one, he's put Mrs. Peaches Bandit passed the MOT yesterday. Still no joy on mine with insurance claim. I've seen a few bikes I would have snatched a few years ago, including the ZX10, GSXR, both selling for £2,000 out of my budget now. And he says that the Versys is also made by Kawasaki. Is that a twin, the Versys?
Yeah. Parallel.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Cowie twins. I don't know why. I've just not.
No, I did some lessons on an ER5 and hated it. So.
Yeah, that's ER5 and an ER6. Oh no, just no. They just sound quite flat. But anyway. Sorry.
And Von Sauerkraut says, "Be careful, cat. Be careful, lads. Cat likes a big sausage."
It's an ugly rumor. It's an ugly rumor, but it's true.
I did see you put that one in whole on Saturday, I must admit.
What?
That's
I didn't have a sausage.
Wow.
Well, we get tarred here with a reputation.
Yeah, either you or the little old lady.
No, it's all her fault.
She's
She's a dirty cow.
When you stopped in your video cut, I honestly thought you stopped for a bit of piss. That's what I really thought.
Is it what?
I thought you stopped for a piss. And I said, why did you stop in your video? I thought you'd gone down there for the bushes for a while. I was kind of, well, no, it can't be true. So worse than a blade, you know. God.
Well.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah, let's kill that one.
Yeah, Cat was cooking sausages.
I like a big, long, slippy sausage.
Oh God.
I'm talking about hot dogs. I don't know what you're talking about, you dirty load of
Yeah, so dirty mind. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm talking about hot dogs as well.
That's all right then.
There you go.
Just me
I like-
and
I like onions on my hot dogs first.
you. Yes. Red and yellow sauce. Mm.
Meanwhile, we're going to talk about vaping in a minute.
Hooray!
I'm thinking about sub-ohming.
Oh, good, don't you start.
No, I'm joking.
Where's the kick button?
joking.
Where's the kick button?
I'm joking.
Well, Andy, you can sub home on that little old
No.
K-fun I give you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, I need to send that back to you, mate. I need your address.
No, you can keep that, mate. That'll get you going in the proper vaping.
Right, no, let's not talk about this. Anyway, so
Sorry.
what's going on in the Q&A?
Q&A is emptied.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
oh, hold on, I'll write a question. Oh, I can't. You can't write a question if you're
You
in.
can't, no.
Can you not?
That's annoying.
No, that.
I thought you
Has your,
could.
has your vlogging style changed? Not that one for
Did anybody see? Did anybody see the clip on Facebook about the guy with the girl on the back of the bike in America overtaking those two, and he pulled right over and knocked them right off?
Yeah.
That was horrendous to watch. I don't usually watch crash videos, but I did watch that, and that was, well, how they weren't killed, I don't know, but
Apparently
that was
she's in a
horrendous.
serious way, it said. She has serious
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah,
What
and he,
happens?
well, they overtook two trucks on the straight bit of road, but they had like two yellow lines in the middle. I don't know why, because that was a
Yeah.
straight bit of road. And
Right.
as he passed the first truck, and as he went to pass the second truck, he just swerved right over and knocked him straight off his bike, high speed. He had a girl on the back. I think she was squidding as well, and you know, she's in a bad way. And then when they said to the guy who done it, he said, "I don't give a shit" or something, didn't he? I don't
Yeah,
care about it.
it says he didn't care about
What,
trip.
Yeah.
he deliberately knocked him off.
Yeah, oh yeah. Swerved right, really swerved 7 feet over to knock them off as they went past.
Why?
I think from what I can gather, the lines in the centre of the road were solid, so it's probably that you can't overtake.
Right.
I've seen a comment saying that you're permitted to if they're going excessively slow. So I think that's what this guy was doing on the bike, and whether the old guy was doing something else that, you know, distracted or something like that.
I think he did it on
just
purpose,
swerved and
didn't
just
he?
took
No,
them
he did it
off.
on purpose, didn't he? I think there's so much history between them as well or something. Is it somebody did know as well? Or
I don't know.
it just doesn't like
I don't know that much, no.
I think considering prosecution or something with him now.
Well, surely it's attempted murder.
Yeah, I
something
think
like
it is, yeah.
that. Vehicular manslaughter, I think they
Yeah,
call
something
it.
like that. Yeah,
Well, that's
terrible.
a car as a weapon, isn't it? So he's used the car as a weapon to try and kill two people.
Yeah, it was a guy following them. I don't think he knew them, did he? That caught it and then said to
Yeah.
the driver, you know, what's going on.
He claims a spider bit him or something, but he didn't say that when he jumped out of the car, did he?
No, he didn't.
No, to say I don't care.
It was less than complimentary, wasn't it, in his attitude? That was
And
it,
because
really.
there was another story there, I know it weren't about bikes, about cars. A 4-year-old little girl got shot in the head in Texas, I think. Some car came up, they had an altercation between them, and the car pulled up beside her and shot at the car and killed a little girl who was 4 years old in the back seat.
God.
That was yesterday as well. So, lovely place. Yeah.
That's why you want a fucking powerful bike, so you don't have to fucking sit around for that shit.
Mm.
Oh yeah, so many fucking idiots these days on the road. It's ridiculous how many there are.
Deaf Peachy's like he's trying to take the piss out of us now.
What's he saying?
No, he's just got the weather forecast up for where he lives.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah. I hear there's a hurricane heading your way, mate. So it'll be there in a couple of days. It's a small island. You best get underground.
So I think Carl Biker wants a cheeseburger, but he's bloody sitting there.
He also wants to
How
kick
are you
himself
doing
off
that?
as well.
Isn't there a
Yeah.
website for that stuff?
How is he doing this?
I'm pretty sure there's a website where you can order food. What's it called?
Just eat.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So,
I use it all the time.
someone send me a link.
Right, Skeggy said
Apparently-
he let Captain Caveman join the hangout, so I assume that's Richard.
Apparently, Ride is basking in the sun right now. So, what the hell's going on?
What, in Yorkshire?
Yeah, in Yorkshire. I don't know how that's happening.
He's under a sunbed, he must be.
That's what it is. He's been confused by the sun parlour. Is he? I've never taken him for being one of these people that gets all splashed up in orange. What they call it, fake tan stuff. Maybe it's. So Andy, Andy,
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Got him, mate.
I get the feeling you're not totally getting the most out of your Harley, and I think you wanted another sit-up big bike.
Oh, God. Then.
So I'd like to know what you're looking at. What sort of style of sitting up and bake do you want? I'm guessing it's not a Harley. So
Look, I'm not completely out of love with the Harley. Don't get me wrong.
no, I get that, but
I do, and trust me, wherever I go with that bike, it's quite a centre of attention. You know what I mean? People are, always looking at it and ask me
how you
things.
push it, and
How do you put the battery back in and all that sort of stuff. And I spent a bloody hour out there today trying to fit this new battery until I realised that was an inch too big. I thought this looks a bit wrong.
Who sold you that bloody battery that was too long, for God's
I
sake?
just bought it offline. I just ordered it offline. I put exactly what my bike was, the year and everything. They sent it.
Yeah.
And the battery I had in it, I was in my shed on charge, and I just took it out of the box, fitted it up, stuck it in, and thought, this is too big, But it did start, and I must admit, when I put the actual key in and started it, man, it just went bang straight away. Where my other battery was like, but then start,
Yeah.
And when I put that back in, it was the same again. So that's why I'm going to check it anyway. Do a check on it to see if that's the bike or the battery, So.
Yeah. Nicely
No.
avoided, though. So, bike-wise.
Bike-wise, there's so many out there. Like I said about this VFR, I really do quite like it. I never liked it. It was like, if you can remember, the youngsters won't remember this, when the Ford Capri first came out, we all went, oh my God, what a horrible looking car, because it was a bit futuristic and whatever. And now everybody goes, cool, they're a lovely old car, I like them now. And I was the same when the VFR first came out. I went up to Leeds, looked at it and went, ugh. And I was the same with the BMW sport bike when it first came out with the two different lights and different fairings either side. And I was like, ugh. But now, I love that bike. I think, I'd love to have one of them. I don't know if you change over time, if something gets more pleasant to look at or what. I don't know.
The only thing I would say, Andy, is I'm surprised because you've got the Ultimate Tourer already. So I don't understand why you're, personally, I don't understand why you're looking at another.
Probably just to get something a bit newer.
Right. Okay.
Something something to get a bit newer, a bit more moderner, that sort of stuff. I know the VFR's got one problem, and the one problem is a small tank for a Tourer. You're only talking about 150, 160 miles out of it, apparently. It's about 18 litres. So it's not a big tank, and it looks like a big tank, but it's not,
But FJR and the Yamaha.
I've looked at those, and they are comfortable. I can sit on it lovely, but it doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? It just looks a bit old. It's a bit like I've had my day. So and let's face it, a lot of the modern bikes, they've got a different look about them now, haven't they? more modern, more. You look at some of them and you think, bloody hell, that looks like that's angry. It's the look of them. And I think the more modern bikes are sort of getting my attention a bit. So I don't know.
The Tracer has a bigger tank range. It's got a bigger fuel tank.
You have to put a picture up so I can see it.
Oh God.
Calm Will, he can do it.
Oh, Calm Bugger's the flipping Google expert, isn't he? But yeah, I did a review of it. I liked it. It's got all the MT-09 power, but it's a Tourer, basically. So you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, it obviously sits a lot higher up, and you can adjust the seat.
Big screen on it as well.
Yeah, it's got the adjustable screen on the front. So it's got the luggage ready to go. You can do hard or soft luggage, but it's set up for hard luggage. So it's got everything. It seems to got everything you want. But I will say right now, I'm not a venture bike expert in any way, shape, or form. So all I know is what I read, and that's how it was. I can't really compare it to many others.
No.
I mean, I rode the what was it? Oh fucking hell,
Well, what CC is that then? That Tracer.
It's the 894, something like that.
So I don't know why, but if you go under 1,000, I start feeling a bit. No, I don't want that.
Andy,
What?
trust me, that bike puts out plenty of fucking torque.
It does.
You're not going to be struggling with torque on like an MT-09.
Andy, I can't remember the last time I ever rid anything under 1,000 cc. I can't remember.
I understand. I understand, mate. I've ridden lots of 1,000 cc's and I ended up on a higher buzzer, as you know. That the Tracer's got the MT-09 engine. It's a triple, and it's got ridiculous amounts of torque. Seriously, mate, you just need to test ride one, and then I don't need to say any more. Just test ride one.
They might have one down at All Wells or somewhere like that. I don't know. Look.
As long as you lean forward, Andy, you'll be fine. You'll be able to keep the front wheel on the floor, I'm sure. But the torque from 0 to everything.
Yeah.
And I know you like that because you're old school like me. You like that power, and that's what it's got.
It's not pretty though, is it?
No, it looks a lot like a lot of the sport sort of enduro sort of whatever they are adventure bikes, doesn't it? It looks like they all sort of come out of the same sort of cupboard, don't they?
Yeah, it's like the Verity as well. Is that the one where it's like it's rode into a frying pan, and it's just it's like straight up. It's like rubbish.
If you're getting into that kind of bike, surely you're better off with a Tiger.
Yeah. I think you're right there, Richard. Yeah.
The thing with the Tiger as well, it will keep. It's expensive, but it will hold its value a lot longer, a heck of a lot longer. That's why they're expensive in second hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked at a couple down at the local shop. Just had a look, and they're holding quite a. They're a little bit like a Harley, really. A Harley. If you look after Harley, the Harley is, holds price. I was looking online just to see how much mine was worth the other week, and they were still selling for some of them were a lot more than what I paid for mine. And I thought, bloody hell. So
my only experience between those two, the Tiger and the MT-09 Tracer, is that the Triumph is like 3.
Whoops.
Is what? 3 what?
3.
The Tiger's free.
It's free.
Oh, just go.
I might even have one at that price.
What's happened to poor old Andy? Oh, we lost him.
Tom. He's offended by the Triumph.
It's Tinternet,
The Triumph is an expensive motorbike, there's no doubt about it. I don't know if you're paying for the name or whatever, but
I like Kev's reply to that.
The MT-09 is a poor man's triple. There's a lot of different models of the Tiger as well now. The 800 one.
Yeah,
you get a 12, can't you?
Yeah, you get a 1250.
well, that would be the one I'd be looking for.
That's
I'll be going for the bigger one.
beast. And
You
that is a beast. I've
You ought
ridden
to
it
try
on
mine
that
out,
for a while.
Andy. Have a try of mine. You might like it because it's got some power.
Hmm. I've always been funny when it comes to bikes and when it comes to CCs and whatever. I always remember a few years back they lent me a bike at the shop and I was on a sale and they lent me the 600 and I had it for 2 days and I was glad to get rid of it. You know, I just couldn't. No, it's just weren't me.
When I
Horrible.
tried the SX with Lisa on the back, I said to her, it's a very similar bike to the XJ6 in the way you sat on it and whatever, but I just wanted something with a bit more power.
Mm.
I took her for a ride on it and she says, "Are you sure this has got more power?" It's like, all right, I'll show you. And we opened it up a bit and then we got back on the XJ6 and she just went, Yep, I see what you mean. Because you could, it doesn't matter what you do with the 600, you could put it in first gear, give it everything, and it's not even close. I know what you mean about the 1000. It's that solidity of the acceleration, isn't it? You know, it's always there.
Yeah, oh Christ, yeah. And you always know when you're in top gear as well. You can will even punch you forward even on that. You know.
Yeah.
Andy would say that about his high booster, or I say that about he says that you can be in top gear and you can be doing 70. You pull back the throttle and you're off like a rocket. You know what I mean?
Come right, yeah.
And you can be in top gear and doing 40 or 50 in a liter bike, and you open the throttle and it punches you forward.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll get a bit upset on the chain side of things. It's like, oh, really? Do I have to start from this bloody gear? But yeah, it still goes bonkers, like without any issues whatsoever. I don't know what happened there. I kind of like bombed out. But yeah, what I was going to say was between the Tiger and the Yamaha is the Tiger is really top heavy. I sat on Red Grandy's. And it's like, whoa! I personally don't like that top heaviness, as you know. But if you're okay with that, which you probably said to that, you'll be actually fine on a Tiger, Andy. But yeah, try both of them out. Obviously.
Is the Tiger any more top heavy than the Tracer?
God, yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're on the 1200, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Kevin's also said there's a 1050 Tiger as well.
Yeah, I really disliked the Tracer. Really disliked it.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was sat there, just everything about the position. But I don't like adventure bikes.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that as well. But if I had to choose.
Yeah, I can't make up my mind either. I think I'm in that position where I can't make up my mind what I want. So.
I know Kev's watching and he won't like me saying it, but I think I've said it to him anyway. I don't understand adventure bikes. To me, it feels like Land Rovers. It's kind of people buy a bike that's all about going off-road and then ride it on the road.
Yeah.
So unless you're taking it off-road, all you've done is got yourself something that's not as good on-road.
But they're also designed not to go off-road, are they? It's a bit like having a regular manufactured Humvee. It's like it's great on the road, but when you take it off road, it's kind of like, well, we took all these features off of it because we didn't think you'd ever take it off road. Kind of thing.
I won't be able to say about the bikes whether they've done that or not. But it just seems that's just the way I look at it. It's not. I'm not saying that that's the truth. It's just the way it seems to me. But I like sports tourer. I like my naked.
Oh yeah, you can't be nakedly.
I think a lot of people go for the adventure bikes for touring because they think they're in a better sitting position than a sports tourer. More upright, more room, more luggage room. Some of them have them huge, great boxes on the back. They look just ridiculous. They're huge. You could put your whole house in there. And they're just hideous.
But you might as well get yourself a proper tourer at that point. You get yourself like I wouldn't myself, but pan-European or a big BMW or something. If that's what you want is long-distance touring, that's the bike for the job, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a famous vlogger, there still is, who's done that, like the cross the desert thing,
Mm.
and I can't remember the bikes they had, but I know that the Triumph Tigers, the 1200s, have just really not coped at all with it for the touring. And most of their video involves them trying to pull a Triumph Tiger out of a great big hole in the sand. I can't remember who the vlogger is, but I would like to know what he's riding, because that obviously copes a lot better.
Mm.
I think it was a BM.
A BMW?
I think most of the guys that do stuff like that go for the GSs, the slightly older models as well, because their engines are just last forever.
But no, I wish I could remember the vlogger's name, but I did watch one of them. He's quite well known, I'm sure some of you must know him. And they're doing this desert challenge thing, but most of the time it involves them dragging a Triumph Tiger out.
Oh, hold on, are you talking about, what's his name?
Go on, save me.
The guy in Arizona?
I'm not sure if it's Arizona.
Everride.
Oh no, he's in Utah, isn't he?
Oh, Utah, yeah.
Possibly.
Everride. He rides a Kawasaki. He rides two. He's got a Kawasaki and a
He's got
Yamaha.
KLR, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's it, KLR.
Well, if it's them doing that challenge, then the lighter bikes are coming out on top. The big 1200 is just not working out.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to take one of them across soft ground anyway, would you?
No, too much weight.
I've got a question for her. I want a winter bike for next year, and I'm looking at an XT660. Would you go for the X or the R?
It's T660.
That's what XT Donkey has, isn't it?
Yeah, one's got smaller wheels, more supermoto, and the other one's got a slightly larger, more off-roady type of
I'd go for the
wheels.
Supermoto personally.
With road tyres, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. The twin exhausts sound amazing on an XT660 anyway.
Yeah, they do. It's pretty good. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd personally go for a Supermoto.
Right.
It's stickier rubber, and it's just as easy to put off-road tyres on it as it is to...
Yeah. I'm not going to go off-road on it. Anyway, it might go green laning, but it's mainly for winter.
Well, if you do that, Kath, if that's the case, Kat, then all you need to do is just buy some Metzler knobblies, and they'll fit straight onto the rims. You don't even have to change the rims over.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I think that's next year's sort of winter project. I get on ride all year round, basically. So.
Yeah, well, it's one you can abuse, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's all plastic, isn't it? So
Yeah.
a road salt just hose it down, basically.
Yeah, plastic and engine sorted.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at, as well as an MT-09, of course.
Are you still thinking about an MT-09?
Yeah, when I sell my racer,
Oh, God.
got to advertise it first.
Yeah. Advertise it on your channel.
No, I'm going to go through Classic Racer and I'll put an advert in there. So.
Right, okay. I'm going to clear this.
Yeah, you got quite a bit in there.
And then we'll look at going, because it's 11
Why is
already.
the Q&A blown up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Bex88. She says, "Hi all. Late in tonight, took my mum for a birthday meal. I'll have to watch it back later."
Oh, happy birthday to your mum!
Yeah,
Happy birthday to your mum!
Bex88.
Thanks, Mum.
And thanks for coming on Saturday, Bex, as well. Okay, Bimble Boy Blue has said he was riding with Tom. He rides the KTM 690. I think this is the desert thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's also, I mean, Kat, you could think of that as well for a winter.
Yeah.
Probably
It's a
more
hack.
expensive, that's the thing, isn't it?
That'd be a lot more expensive, yeah. Get a bank loan.
Yeah.
And Bimble Boy Blue also says, "Stick to the road, beware of the moon."
It's a full moon tonight, the wolves are going to be howling.
We've had a weather forecast for Darth Peachy,
You can get lost.
for Malaga. And Calm Biker's asking his own questions about his own feed. And Kev has said that's exactly what it is. It's my Chelsea tractor and about his Tiger. And Darth Peaches also said to Calm Biker, "How's the arm recovery going?" This has been out the loop.
Hey there.
Okay.
Hello.
There's a tumbleweed just gone through the screen.
So
Hello.
Darth, yeah, Calm
Hello. Is it there? Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I said, get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there.
What did we make you miss? Anyway, just put in the Q&A.
You're just not a patron of the arts. Otherwise, you would have recognised all of the coming in from various people. You made me miss. No?
No. No, so we have that one.
What?
Oh my god, let's get through this.
And Bex has said thanks for organising it. It was great, and it was obviously
Well, thank you again.
the early event aside.
Not so great.
And Darth has also said again he would never own a Tiger or an adventure bike because there's no point owning 2 Land Rovers. Yeah. He owns an actual Land Rover. This one. Kev has got a bit more about the Tiger debate. In the versatility. Oh, sorry, it's the versatility, yet remaining so much fun to ride that got me. The Speed Tripper is a great bike, but I found the Tiger to be as much fun, yet more versatile. That's why I got the XRX off-road, as I have no intention of taking it off-road. That's why I meant about the different models of the Tiger. I know there's like the XR, the XRX, and there's another one as well, I think.
Put some knobblies on it and have a blast.
And I know the pegs are quite low on a Tiger, aren't they? Because that's what a lot of people say about catching them.
Oh, is there no clearance on it?
Yeah, so with the pegs, so that might be good for you, Andy, if it's your legs will be quite straight.
Mm.
Kev says he doesn't find it top heavy, not as much as the Shiver was, but he's not been 1200. And Skeggy says, again, have you considered the FJR 1300, Andy?
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's getting a bit dated now, and it's a huge lump of a bike, isn't it? About
Shaft drive as well.
Yeah. Well, the VFR is shaft in it as well.
How is it?
Oh, God. It's not a bike who's got a fucking shaft in it. Come on.
It goes with the butt plug, mate.
Don't start me off.
It goes with the plug-in. It goes with the plug-in.
And another German quote from von Sauerkraut. I'm afraid I can't translate that.
Where's Richard gone?
I don't know, so he can't even answer it.
Richard's gone. And Kev just quickly has said it's very low, scrapes the pegs all the time.
Oh shit, that's a bit poo.
So it may actually be a hindrance more than a
What, is
benefit.
it like on cornering, yeah?
Yeah, I know Crumble used to have one as well, didn't he? And he said he used to scrape it a lot as well.
Well, that's no good.
I think, didn't Phil 480 show you the peg when he test rode that, the triple as well?
Oh, that Chinook! The Chinook's come back!
Keith, what is that?
Right?
What is that?
What?
The Chinook.
Sounds like a machine gun or something, doesn't it?
Is
Yeah.
it coming from me?
Yeah, it's like a horrible crack.
I'll get you!
It sounds like you're in Rambo First Blood, mate.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah.
No, it stopped. It was momentary. You don't have to mute yourself.
No, don't mute yourself. Do you know what I have to say? It's been an absolute pleasure to go for an entire hangout with with Richard. No, not with Richard. With Keith. Without hearing a fan laptop noise.
That's because I've got a different laptop. I bought a different laptop.
Ah.
It might be
This one equipped with machine guns.
I know. It just replaced it with a Chinook fucking crashing.
It might be the headset that I'm getting off. That might be the
Yeah, I'll tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like, you know, when you got like a microphone or headphone jack and you twist it and it makes that weird interference noise. I think it's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm totally loving the no laptop.
Yeah, that was
It's
an
like,
old laptop.
Shit, the bombs are landing.
I bought a new one
Excellent.
a few weeks ago.
It's awesome.
Right, so I think that's
Right,
about us for this week.
It is.
marvellous.
So I was expecting Richard to come back, but he might come back after we go off air.
I can search for the Baby Come Back music if you want.
Richard, come back.
Hang on,
We
to see if
love
I, let me look.
Read
Baby,
that.
Someone.
Pato Banton.
Read the comment from Bex. It's really interesting. I want to know what that.
Yeah,
Hang
Bex,
on.
Bex has sent you something, Mr. Bean.
Sent you a thing.
Oh God, we can't talk about that on air.
Come on, what's this thing that she sent you?
Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all.
It's UB40 and Pato Banton, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Baby Come Back. A CD collection of Bob Marley.
Oh, I don't want that. Oh my God, my computer's being really rubbish at the moment for finding music. I think no, that's a remix. That's no good. Anyway, forget that.
Yes, it's time for us to go off air, so we won't go through one by one. We're just all going to say good night. And Darth Peachy wants an invite. If you log on to Skype, Darth.
Yeah, get in a Skype hangout group. He's in it.
Log into Skype. I posted the link before we came on, so it'll still be there. And we're going to be off air for probably about another hour anyway. So
Yeah, talking about the real shit.
yeah, like some crap. So yeah, I'm going to say goodnight. Everyone else is going to say goodnight, and then we are gone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Gav. Good job.
Awesome.
Gav hasn't said goodnight yet.
Wolf Rider.